What's going on? Who's in the building? Let me know. Say what's up. Say what's happening. How y'all feeling tonight? It's your boy, All Star Izzy. Let's go. We're gonna have a conversation tonight, and as you see for the title, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be talking about if all you want is sex, women are going to use that against you, and they're going to play you. Listen, listen, listen. It's gonna be a. I feel like one of these. This conversation is gonna be a bit triggering to a couple of people who you know, feel this type of way. But we're just gonna have to get into the conversation. Of course, you already know it's our All Star Hour. So what does an All Star Hour mean? Our All Star Hour means that this is just our time. This is us to do what we do on this end, and everything else is just chilling. It's cooling. You know what I'm saying? We vibing out here. We're gonna have a good ass conversation. And while we have this good ass conversation, shout out to everybody that's pulling up in the building. Shout out to the likes that's coming up. And remember, if you are new, hit the like and subscribe to your boy. We on the road to the top, on the road to 10K. Yes, because we're gonna reach that. We're gonna get that. You already know that. What's up though? What's going on with everybody? If you in the building, say what's up. State your name, state your business, state the stars. You already know what's good. Listen, as the title says, if all you want is sex, women will play you and use it against you, bro. Listen, I don't make up the rules. I create my own rules, but then I also thrive in the rules of what things are meant to be and what things are going to be. All right, because oh man, there's a common misconception, right? Because I had actually had a laugh about this the other day, and I was saying how's there? Oh, there go the light again. But I was basically saying how there is a common misconception of me that all I want is sex, right? And it's mainly just people that come into my comments. It could be a couple of women that call in per se, or it could be just people that I meet. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, you all you want is this from a woman and stuff like that. Let me tell you something. That is nowhere near to what I'm talking about. All right, because to be honest, if all you want is sex, you just need to say something about it, right? Because too many people are gonna be like, well, I don't just want sex, I want something more, or they would say that they want a relationship or something more, but deep down inside, all they want is sex, right? Now let me tell you, there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. Oh, excuse me, my apologies, you guys. Hold on, give me one brief moment. Hold on. Shout out to everybody that's pulling up in the building. Say what's up. Say what's going on. I see you, Boxing Plug. I see you, Dave's in the building. Salute to Gil. What's good? But anyways, if all you want is sex from a lady, right? Then here I'm gonna give this to you as simple as possible. Justin, I see you in the building, player. How you feeling? I see them icons. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The All-Star membership is out. Make sure you go ahead and hit that, join that, enjoy this, because we have so much going on. I see Ronaldo's in the building. Salute, salute, salute. I see y'all now. Let me keep continuing to this thing. I'm gonna be as basic as possible because I need you guys to truly understand with what I'm saying for those who don't really get it. Okay? Shout out to the folks that's in the building. I'm doing well. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. But anyways, listen. If all you want is sex from a woman, tell her that's all you want. And only say that, Sour Patch, I see you in the building. Just tell her. I just want to smash. Don't try to be like, let's go on 3 dates. Don't try to say I want a relationship. Don't try to sweet talk her. Don't try to like don't you don't gotta do all that if that's all you want. Okay, now check me out. Okay? Because if all you want, bro, is sex, but you're out here talking about you want a relationship, you want to do more, you want to go out to eat, you want to go out to the movies, you want to hold hands, you want to cuddle, and here's the thing, women ain't dumb. So you got Sour Patch in here talking about some facts. Women aren't dumb, so they're gonna hear what you're saying, and they could know that all you want is sex. What are some indicators that a man shows that all they want is sex, but they're lying through their teeth? I got you. He says one thing and does the other. He's too quick to try to get sex when he says he wants to take his time. He's trying to rush the sex. Exactly, the actions. Exactly. See, one on point. It is the actions that the man is taking. So let me tell you, bro, I'm gonna be real. Because I got this video coming out tomorrow, and I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with this creator named Heck Speaks. I'm basically talking about this video where he's talking about game is 90% of looks, and you already know how to have my play on it. But he was also talking about ruthless women. Let me tell you, bro, listen, women can be ruthless, okay? And if they know that all you want is sex, but you're saying something completely different, they're going to play you. And you're green in their eyes, bro. You're green, you're naive, you're someone who lacks experience. And let me tell you something too. You're a man that has a very small sense of awareness of yourself. Something I've been not just discovering of myself, but just in general. There's one thing in the world that people can't hide from, and that's themselves. Everything is continuously being communicated, whether that's through your body, whether that's through the actions that you're making, whether that's through the facial that you're making. Everything you're communicating something, even if you're not verbally communicating. It's real and it's happening, and you're simultaneously doing that. So when you're telling her that this is what you want to take her somewhere nice, and in the back of your mind all you want is sex, she can tell by the way that you're acting and how a bit too pushy you're being as far as sex, because this is what you're communicating on a different level. And if all you want is sex, even if you just want to smash because her body look, that's one thing. Tell her that's what it is. Okay, keep it a stack. But let me tell you something too. When I get told, yo, All Star, all you want is sex. All you want is sex from women. All you want is this, that, and that. Listen, sex can come, but literally. But I'm not looking for sex. I exude. We do that mentally, emotionally. But with the thing that most really all men need to look for before even looking for sex is compatibility. Is compatibility. Shout out to everybody in the building. My name is All Star Izzy. Hit the like button and subscribe. It's your boy All Star. We're headed to 10K, on a road to 10K. We're gonna get there. You say yes, we can. Exactly, Sour. Sour Patch, has there ever been a time where you realized a man just only wanted sex, but he kept trying to do more? Listen, women will have fun with you. Women will play you. Women will use you and your resources. They'll use your time. They'll use your money. But you're gonna be like, well, women ain't shit. Women are ruthless. Women are this. Sure, they can be that. But what are you stepping towards with? What is the foot that you're bringing? Listen, the other day, like I was talking about, the best way to make a move when the tension is high between you and the lady is to verbally communicate. When I had a conversation with her, when her and I were talking, because we knew each other through a friend group, and then when we talked one on one, I told her, I was like, I don't want to go through this. I basically don't want to go through this basic conversation with you. You know exactly why we're here. We're having a one on one convo. I want you. She was thankful, right? Because I was able to say the thing that was on my mind that most men are not going to be able to say. And see, here's the thing: compatibility, it can be reciprocation, it can be continuous desire, but let's make it as basic as possible. Compatibility on that scale can be me saying the thing is direct that I want, and she can be like, I want that too. Thank you. That is compatibility. And then you know what? Because she wants it to, and then she also explains it on her end, or she says something sexy. Okay, now you might get some. Sour says, yes, I have. Just like men could hit it and peace out, women could do it. Yeah, exactly. Women can do the same thing. Women can smash and leave. I'm glad. Thank you, Adriana. I appreciate you. I appreciate you because that is a very real thing. Women can hit it and go too. But see, that's the thing. You never know until you say something. Men only want sex, but they don't want compatibility. You first have to have a connection compatibility to get it. And I'm not talking about no deep. Let's get married tomorrow. Let's say our vows and pretend and be our lives and connect with our hearts and soul. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about connecting where we're both on the same page and we both want to go to the next step forward because this is what we both want. That is reciprocation, ladies and gentlemen. What's good? Something you can't hide from is yourself. Exactly. Shout out to Luis is in the building. Izzy, I need a prayer. I got you. Shout out to Marie. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hit the like button, subscribe. Listen, also mods going forward. Instead, and this is what we're gonna do, okay? Until I say otherwise, we're gonna let the trolls troll, and the only thing we're gonna do to the trolls, all right, and that goes not even just mods, just anybody that's consistently here. Just tell them take notes. You see a guy named Peter trolling, just say Peter take notes. All right, this is what we're gonna do. Move forward. Shout out to Marie that's in the building. Exactly. There's a certain men that don't like women just getting in and leaving. They feel some type of way. They expect them to stay the night. Exact and oof, that should be crazy. That's something you can't expect. And if you're expecting some type of outcome like that, first thing on the first night is crazy. I think you just need to I think you need to get over some things, to be honest. That's the stuff that's within you. You know, staying over the night on the first night you smashing is, I mean, that's I don't know. Maybe if push come to shove, it's apocalypse, we get snowed in, you dead ass can't move the door. I take the couch. I'll take the bed. Nah, but 1,000%. But it was Marie. Oh, I don't know. I think it's just showing the handle names now. But yeah, salute. But anyways, going forward, if all you want is sex, women are gonna play you, bro. And see, the thing is not you don't have. I'm not even saying don't be sexual. I'm not even saying don't be flirtatious. I'm not saying don't tease. I'm saying if you're leading with saying all I want is, but mentally you're leading with all I want is sex, but physically you're saying something completely different, and it can also be vice versa. Because mentally you could say I want something different, but your actions are trying to push for something more. You're trying to get too sexual. You're saying, oh, well, she said something like, well, I like to wait 3 months until I have sex so I can really get to know the person. In the back of your mind, you're like, okay, cool. Like what you're saying to her is, yeah, we gonna do this. You know what I mean? Of course, I don't mind waiting. You lucked out because you're following her lead. Secondly, is now that you're following her lead because that's something that you don't want. You're gonna keep lying. You're gonna be pushing for it too much. You're gonna try to persuade her throughout that 3 month little journey that you're having. Are you sure we can't just do it on the 1 month, the 2 months, and all the other months and stuff? Come on, man. Listen again. One of the biggest misconceptions that I get all the time is exactly he's misleading her. Is that all I want is sex? I gotta see if there's and see this is not just me. This is just I believe it's just men that have that type of player fuckboy type of vibe. It's about seeing if there's compatibility before the sex even happens. I don't just give out free sex. I don't chase sex either. I don't need to chase anything that I already am and that I know that I can give out. It just I want to feel it. I want to see if there's reciprocation, and that's something a lot of people lose away from because you're trying to manipulate the situation. You're trying to lead her on with a certain dream. You're trying to tell her that you're gonna see her in a couple of months. You're gonna come back to Arizona, so you can fly back to go see her and everything. But you're only doing that so you can sell a part for something that's in between her legs. When has it ever became so special, bro? Women can be ruthless, and are women are smart enough to know what the difference is between a man who wants sex versus a man who's gonna say something about wanting sex. There's a complete difference. Cause the guy who just wants it is quiet about it. He's gonna wait for the right time. He's gonna plot on it. The other guy just, if that's really what he genuinely wants, he's gonna say the thing. If it's all about sex, prepare for the consequences. Listen, if it's all about sex, that's fine. Listen, here's the thing. I don't want to get this misconstrued. You can have casual sex. I'm not against that at all. See, I get a rep for that too. Oh yeah. I shouldn't be teaching men they should have casual sex because dating is damaged and people are damaged if they want to hook up. Let me be a rude awakening for a lot of these men who are afraid to hear this stuff that I'm about to say. A lot of women are having sex, and they're having sex behind your backs. They're having sex, ruthless sex, petty sex. They're having and shout out to Neil Mohan, the CEO of YouTube. This is for education and entertainment purposes. But they're having all those types of revenge sex where they're doing. It's not hard to understand. It's not, Justin, but it is, which is crazy because it really is. There is a lot of sex happening, and that's nothing wrong. That is a basic human need. Humans want that. Man, woman, they want to procreate. How the hell you think we in this? How the hell you think y'all typing? Cause what happened? Procreation. What's that? Sex. So it's happening. Women are doing it, whether you like it or not. They're going to sex clubs and they might, insert themselves in a couple of situations that you may not really want to hear. But it's the truth, and this is what's genuinely happening. Okay? But here's the thing. If when I tell my community, my stars, the men on my end, even ladies too, right? If they want to go have sex, do it. But make sure it's coming from a place where you're honest and you're not trying to sell a dream to get the sex. Because one thing that I believe is that you are enough to get sex by who you are versus what you have or versus creating a manipulation tactic. You don't need any of those things, right? But here's the thing. Once you start, because this happened to me years ago. I think it was like 2021, 22 type of time maybe. Like really when I started YouTube and shit. I remember, bro, I was having a lot of sex, and it was like it was a lot more than most people that I knew that was around me. Not in a bad way, but it was just like I was doing what I was doing. And at the time I'm like, damn, I'm getting all this, but once I started reaching a certain an end of it, I was like, not to say that I don't like it, I love it, but it was like it's not as hyped up as it people try to make it out to be in society. Like society makes it look like pussy is a reward or sex is a reward. Excuse me. Sex can be a reward on certain levels, right? But it's like they glorify the sex because they're like that's the end all be all in a relationship or when you're dating. Shit, we're having sex and then maybe 6 months to a year we're dating. I'll be backwards with it. I don't care if that comes down to it if it looks bad, but that's the truth. It's because it's nothing wrong with and all the times when I was hooking up, a lot of it was because it's well even now it's myself. I've upgraded a lot more than I mean as far as like how I look, how I talk, how I move, my swag, my conversation pieces. But the biggest thing that kept me intact of it all was because the way I was able to still carry myself even through those situations. That you are enough. Every single man that's listening to this is enough to have sex without trying to manipulate their way into getting sex. Spread the word, not spread your legs. For the slimy women, who does it for the looks and how attractive they are? Definitely spread the word, not your legs. Yeah, I mean, shit. Men are slimy. Women can be slimy. Even women will plot. Women will plot too. Women can be strategic and manipulative. I told you guys. I shared a couple times where I told you um, where I told you women have plotted on me. They were like, "Oh yeah, I'm plotting on this and that." Women are just as bad, even more. Louis says, "If you're lying and misleading, I feel that's more an internal problem." It is. It always is. It always goes back to your internal world. All that shit will catch up sooner or later. Being honest is more honorable, and honor is rare these days. It is. Honor is more rare these days, but this is why it's important to talk about this. Listen, if you want to stop getting played by women, you want to stop looking green, you want to stop looking naive, cause ooh, we all know you're way too easy to get some sex, right? Like you're too easy manipulated. Yeah, what up? You're too easy manipulated. Yet a woman offers you an opportunity and you're easily going to be like, okay, yeah, let's get this. Oh yeah, I'm easy, I'm green, of course. She's going to dangle the carrot. I have a video like was like 10 months ago where I say sexually attractive man dangle the carrot in front of the woman, make her wait. Why? And it's not making her well, it can be make her wait to tease, but it's a reciprocation of wanting each other. But what I'm saying about when they dangle the carrot in front of her is because I have control over myself and I'm not following the control of what you're used to. Listen, shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Let's keep going to the top. But listen, it's like 98% of men are easily swayed by the woman's beauty. They're it's like a meme that's coming into my head that I keep forgetting about. But it's like that happy wife, happy life shit. But it was something in particular that I was just thinking about. It was like the trend is to follow what she wants and what she likes. Here's the thing. I'm not saying you can't like what she likes, but what I'm saying is that you have to repress your needs and your wants or hide what your intentions are to get sex. The game isn't fucked up, but the game is fucked up. Because guys out here think that you need to that you gotta conceal your intentions in order to get something. When has that ever became a part of being an honest and honorable man? Sex nowadays are just to see if you think they the one, and dumb shit back was then it was about pleasure. Oh yeah, that whole thing about being the one is crazy. I want to have man. Nah, I don't even want. I'm gonna make a lot of people mad with my statements for that one. Yes, welcome to the All Star community. Hit the like and subscribe. Enjoy your time. Thank you for dropping that Gil. Exactly, Marie. Exactly. But like I'm saying, if all you want is sex, what you're basically also telling women is that use me, use me, use me for my money, use me for my time, use me for my resources, use me for my emotions, use me for my mind, use me for my words. You just use me and all. And guess what? Women will. Women will use you. You know why they're gonna use you? Because one, you show that you're food. Two, they don't really care as much as you think that they do. You may think that you're the one that's separating yourself from the whole pack because you're taking her out a 5-star dinner. Sure, she's gonna love that when she eats it. She's probably gonna, oh my god, I did come back here with that one guy. Peter was such a great fella. Yeah, okay, she's gonna remember that. But if you want a true, deep down, impactful thing with a lady, you can't just go based off of what you have, or you can't lie to get sex. When has sex even became like the end all be all? Like what? Where it's like, you know what it's like for real? It's like sex, her, validation, and then you. Like you're at the bottom of the barrel, and everything else is going up a point up here. And you know what really, again, what really inspired this is because of this misconception that thinking all I want is that the sex doesn't need to be rushed. It can come with time, but that doesn't mean it's gonna come in 6 months, 3 months. Hold on, not even a month. Depending on like if I gotta go in and out of state. That's one thing. I mean, I don't know. I'm on the go and I'm busy as fuck. Anyways, but we don't need to rush something that we're both already having mentally and emotionally, and we both verbally communicated that we want. That is important. Verbally communicating your desire or what you want in that moment. Because how can you say you want a relationship with somebody or you want something more with somebody when you just met them, or based on how they look, or based on their demeanor? It takes time to build that situation with this person. It takes time to build a relationship with this certain person. It takes time to see if you want this. You know, it's so glorified of how fast people need to move into a relationship. You shouldn't move too fast into a relationship. Why is that glorified? Take your time. What happened to take your time with people? What happened to dating multiple if you want to do that? Peter was such a Peter was such a good fella. He was so good to me. That 5-star dinner was incredible. We went to Taco de Rooftop. It was really good. Like, come on, man. You want a true impactful thing with a lady? What goes far is saying the thing that you need to say that gets off your chest, bro. Say that thing. You gotta say the thing that you're afraid to say, bro. And you will never know until you say it in person. I remember when I told this lady, I used to be like not a security guard, but I used to work like in front of the door and shit to check IDs. I remember I met this lady at my job and stuff like that. I remember she was walking by. She stayed there for like for the weekend in the hotel. She was flirting with me. The other girl was flirting with the other guy that was next to me. We just having a good conversation, and she was like, "You cute," and I said, "You cute too." And I was like, "What you doing tonight?" And she was like, "I'm gonna be at a hotel, but I don't know if I should go further or tell you more." And I was like, "What you mean by that?" She was like, "Because you're cute enough to, you know." And I was like, "Okay, then, bet. How about after this, when I get off and you're right over there, let's hit it off." And she was like, "Yeah." I ain't say hit it off. I sound like a 40-year-old saying that. I did not say hit it off. I said I'm gonna go see you. Okay, hold on. Whoa, I said, yo, hit it off. Yo, that I ain't gonna lie, that was not sexy. I gotta scratch that my phrase list. Hit it off. Oh, okay. I'm gonna take a mental note of that shit. Hit it off is crazy. Yeah, we're gonna hit it off, baby. Oh my god. Let me say that till like I'm 40 or some shit. That's crazy, bro. Hit it off. Oh yeah, let's get it on, baby. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. let's slow down the roads, man. Okay, I'm still living out here. Like I'm gonna keep this lane going, bro. That was not it. Anyways, but I remember when when I told her up front, like let me just come over there. Like I'll just come meet you there. She said, "Bet." Bro, that interaction, and we ended up fucking that night at her hotel when I got off. That's crazy. I didn't even take a shower. But I actually got a lie for that. I'm gonna talk about that another time. Because if I do right now, I would get into that bag. But anyways, we ended up smashing, and we only had like 3 minute interaction, and we literally smashed that same night. But this is because if all I wanted was to smash, right, or if I felt a sexual desire or attraction to this lady, I'm gonna flirt and make it known. I'm going to communicate it. Why? Because that is what I want. And guess what? She interacts back and says, "Oh, this is what I want." And she says, "Bet." And I say, "Bet." Boom. Kept it casual, cool. She was there for the weekend. I think she wanted me to go out to where she lived, but I was like, "Baby girl, I ain't doing all that. I ain't gonna lie. Get my ticket potentially, but I was also hella busy. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody in the building. My name is All Star Izzy. Hit the like button and subscribe. We on the road to 10K, baby. Let's keep going. But anyways, listen, I'm about to close it out in a second because this is just the All Star hour. I've been literally filming all fucking day, creating stuff, and I just been editing like a mofo. But I wanted to talk on this in particular because it made me think of something like a lot of like I started reflecting on this old memory that I have talking to these women, and there were some of them were in relationships, and they were like they still would use, and I'm not saying that all women are like this, but they were saying they would use men who try to come to them about like wanting them, but they were using for their money and attention if they didn't feel good. Listen, stay safe out here. Know who you getting in a relationship with. Shout out to those ladies. I hope they doing well. Hey, and to the men, I hope y'all get to the All Star lifestyle. You need to come over here for real, to be honest. But anyways, if all you want is sex, but you're doing something differently, you're rushing it, you're being too pushy about it, too overly sexual. She knows that you're just playing the long game, and she will play you and use you. But you know why? It is because you played yourself. So she is only going to mirror what you are allowing. And why are you allowing that? Because you have a very, trouble finds me. You have a very small sense of awareness for yourself. And you got to be aware of what you're putting yourself into and the situations that you're bringing yourself in. Cause you can even be. It's some simple steps. Cause guys will be like, but what if I do want to have sex? But like, I don't want to rush the sex. But then like, what if I could see her as being a girlfriend? But what if I could see her as, yo, Tommy, you gotta slow your rolls, bro. First, see if the compatibility is there. You didn't even walk up to Erica over there. You're just saying this to me. You didn't even go walk up to her. You're already mentally telling like you're creating more in your mind. She's winning. Why are you letting her win? Like you're thinking like 3 years down the line. What pose you should do in front of a mural to get down on your knee and propose to her, dude. Everybody chill out. Let's all, Tommy. I need you to sit down. I need you to don't take a shot yet, cause you still had to go walk up to her. Okay. I need you to relax for a second. All right. Sip your water, but throw that straw away because you shouldn't be drinking a straw. That shit doesn't even look that cool. All right. If you're drinking a straw, make sure it's like a stainless steel one, something that's good, that's cool, a little metal and stuff like that. That's good for your drink and everything. But Tommy, listen, you're thinking way too far ahead. You're talking about sex. You're talking about potentially a relationship. You're talking about a dog named Skittles. Like you're doing way too much, and I need you to relax right now. Okay? Let's Tommy, listen to me, right, Tommy? I need you to sit for a second, and I need you to just take a breather. Okay? Breathe in with me. All right, and then out. Okay? You good, Tommy? You good? And he's like this. I'm good, All Star. And then I'm like, okay, Tommy, this is what I need you to do. Okay? You're gonna go up to this lady. Okay, you're gonna talk to her. She's having a good time. This is good. She's enjoying her atmosphere just as you're enjoying your atmosphere. Tommy, this is what I need you to do. I need you to get up from this seat, okay? Stop shaking. You look crazy. You look like you're off crack. I need you to go walk up to Erica and introduce yourself and talk to her a little bit. Don't try to get straight to the point so fast. Hey, I'm over here because I think you're hot. Tommy, chill. Don't do that. What I want you to do is just slow down your time a little bit and just talk to her. Tell her when you go over there, tell her something about the drink that she's drinking. Tell her something about how you're enjoying the atmosphere and how is she enjoying her night. Tell her how you've been having a great night tonight and you've seen her over there. Go out there and go talk. All I need you to do, Tommy. Tommy, you listening? And Tommy's like this. I'm like, Tommy. I put my hand on his shoulder. Tommy. No. Hold on. Tommy. My hand is on his shoulder. Hold on. Tommy. You got this, all right? You listen, go over there. I'm gonna sip. I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna sip. I'm gonna have some fun. I am gonna be looking, but I'm gonna be looking because I need to critique you. I need to see how it is. Okay, Tommy? Go ahead, champ. And then I hit him on his shoulder. Get out of there, champ. And then as he's walking over there, Tommy's over there. He's talking with the girl. He's like this. He's a little smooth. You can see like he's doing that. She's laughing. She's laughing. Erica's like ha ha ha. And then I'm looking over here from the corner. I'm like, not bad, kid. Not bad. Easy there, boy. Easy there, Tommy. Yeah, man. Shout out to Tommy, yo. He's a good sport. Shout out to my dog Tommy. I appreciate you. But anyways, going back to the title. See, saying all you want is sex, and you don't even know who's in front of you yet, is too much. All right. Don't take sex off the table and just see who the person is and have a conversation with this person. Because yes, you can be like, that ass is fat. You can be like, damn, look at her. You see them perky titties. You see the dress on. Hey, shout out. This is educational, entertainment purposes. Shout out to Neil Mahan. See you on YouTube. You know what I do on my end. Shout out to the stars. You already know we in the building. Hit the like and subscribe. But she looked good. But let me also have a conversation with her. Let me talk to her real quick. Hey, excuse me. What's your name? It's have a convo. It's like, and this is gonna be the last thing I say, but it's like you gotta transmute. I don't want to say transmute. You gotta connect sexual attraction on your end to curiosity. Let those be two things. This is weird to do too. Like I'm over here, just two things. I'm over here doing this shit. That's fly. I fuck with that. I'm gonna keep two things. All right, two things. Let those two connect. Let your sexual, cause honestly, if you're having a pool, you're having sexual attraction towards a lady. There's curiosity, or like that's a curious thing. Like you're like, hold on, wait, hold up, no, hold on, I want to explore that. I want to talk to that. Nah, you're good. Listen, you good. It's for fun. We're having a good time, but we're talking on a serious topic. But I'm just making it fun because we're out here having fun. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna be my time for the night. Okay. I was gonna do an earlier show yesterday, but however, I had to be filming and editing all day. Yeah, Curious George. I'm just, I'm out there exploring. I tell you that. I'm a true explorer. I'll say that for sure. But anyways, y'all, that's gonna be my time. My name is All Star Izzy. Hit the like button and subscribe. We're on the road to motherfucking 10K. We have a lot more. I got a video coming out tomorrow. I will be going live every single day this month. So go ahead and hit that sub button and share this out with the people. Share this out to some folks. Let's keep this thing going. Let's keep the consistency up. To shine within is to shine without. And remember, authenticity is the new sexy. And shout out to my boy Tommy. We out this thing. Peace.